So guys, in the previous video we have taken a look at these variables. Now in this video we are going to take a look at this user input. So there will be some times where user enters some input into the console. So we need to store it as a variable, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Let's say dollar $b is equals to, and to read the input from the host you need to say read host, and you can just give the string for the user to enter something, because there is no string the user thinks the PowerShell program is running background. So you need to enter some suggestion or like input string to make user to enter the input, enter some value. I'm going to just print this one $b. So let's go and run this. Now it's asking for input, let's say Nikhil. Now it's telling the output as Nikhil. Now let's say get a type. So we will see by default how the values are being stored in which data type. So if you go and run this, let's say n, and it's storing as a string format. So sometimes you will encounter enter how many hours, enter number of hours. So in that case you will obviously the user will give number, right? Number of hours. Then we need to convert this into integer. So all you need to do is you need to put the int data type in a square brackets to denote that this is the integer data type. So let's go ahead and run this. How many hours? Let's say 6 hours, and as you can see now we have converted this to integer. So there is another way of storing getting the input, that is in a secure format. So these are the plain text characters, right? Like say Nikhil and etc. So if anyone is entering the password, then it should not be visible to others. Or if you are streaming to YouTube, then if you are entering some main credentials, then it should not be stored in this file as a plain text format. So all you can do is, and we can say enter password, and I want to specify the option as secure string. As you can see, these are the options you can use with this read host, and now I'm going to use this as secure string. So now you will see the difference. I'm going to remove this integer because I want to store this as a string. So let's run this. So it's asking like this, enter password. Now I am going to type NIKHIL. So as you can see, the plain text password, plain text is not showing because those are being replaced by these dots. So it's like secure way to enter the input. Click on OK. Alright. So previously we have declared the integer, right? So that's why we need to declare this again, because it's in memory and it's going to be changed. So let's run this again, and now you can see our string b has been stored. So now I want to print this one. So we cannot print these values because we are stored as a string, so it will be stored in some secure format, and using this class this object system.security.secure string. So this b is this object. So to convert this into the plain text, and I have found this one because I don't have experience with the .NET, so I just google this. And now what you can do is you can use this instruction. You can see here it's like marshalling, because this password will be converted into some serialized data or some format that can be stored easily in database, and it's not readable, human readable, because it's something format. Then we need to demarshal it or like deserialize it to the plain text password. So secure string to BSTR, this is the binary string, so we can convert easily binary string to normal ASCII characters. So let's copy this one and paste it in our code. So instead of password, alright, let's change this b to password. So it will be much you can also change this password to b. So now let's run this. Now let's enter Nikhil, NIKHIL. Now if you click OK, so it's saying current convert argument s with value system to secure BTSTR. So let's go and delete this one, because we do not want this as string, right? We'll be creating this object. Now if you click OK, so we need to say password 1. So let's go ahead and run this one. Now as you can see, we got the plain text Nikhil. We have entered the Nikhil, but it's not visible at that time because we have used this as secure string. So these are the methods you take. You can take the input, you can take the input as a plain text, or you can use this as secure string to hide the plain text. And one thing I forgot to tell is, we can, in the previous video, that we can assign multiple variables at the same time. That means we can assign multiple values to the multiple variables in one line. All you need to say is $C comma $D comma $E. Suppose I can say is equals to, now I can type 1 comma 2 comma 3. So this one value will be assigned to this $C, and 2 value will be assigned to the D variable, and 3 value will be assigned to the E variable. You can just print those variables. You can say $C $D and $E. So as you can see, now these 3 variables have been assigned respectively to these variables. So this is all about the taking input by using this read host command. So you can also take the secure input by using this as secure string.